Hey, what's up guys? Dr. Andy Thompson here. So we're talking about different kinds of pains that can be caused from sitting all day long when you're stuck at your desk all day. So a lot of people have been telling me that they get a lot of headaches. So this makes sense because a lot of your headaches can actually come from tight muscles in your neck. So if you're sitting forward in this kind of flexed, rounded position, what's going to happen is the muscles in the front are going to close off. So when that's going to get tight. The muscles in the back are going to get stretched, and when they get stretched, they get weak, and then they get painful. Okay? So let me show you what I'm talking about. So the first muscle we're going to talk about is this guy right here. So this is called your trapezius muscle, and if you get these little X's right here are called trigger points. The color is where you're going to feel the pain. So if you're getting pain behind the eyes, you're getting pain on the side of your head, that's one of the places I want you to check. The next one that we're going to talk about is right here. This is called your sternocleidomastoid. It's named for what it attaches to. First it attaches to your sternum, then it attaches to your collarbone, your clavicle, and there's a little bump on the back of your head called your mastoid process. So if you ever feel like your ears are plugged, or like you're getting sinus headaches, or like you got stuff like around like your face, this is one of the first things that I want you to check, because if you're sitting all day long, this is one of the very, very likely muscles that are getting tight and spasmed that are causing your pain. So I'm going to show you a couple ways that you can get rid of that pain. So the first one's pretty simple. It's a nice easy stretch. What you're going to do is you're going to grab the side of your head, you're going to pull it all the way over, you're going to feel a nice big stretch all through here. That's an easy kind of starter thing to get it warmed up. If you hear a couple pops in your neck, that's okay. But we're not listening for the pops. We're trying to make it stretch as far as we possibly can, get this all nice and loose all through here. The second thing that you can do, I love this thing. This thing is called the Theracane. So what you do is you hold on to the handles right here, and you actually can push it right into those tender spots, right where you saw those orange X's. So if you want, there's an earlier video where I talk about pin and stretch. What you can do is you can push down into the muscle and then stretch all the way over to the side, and I instantly feel that right through here. So I got the exact same thing that you're gonna feel. So if I push right in, lean away, you can get that same kind of motion. So you can get these off Amazon. Don't spend more than 20 bucks for them. But let me show you the other thing that I do with a tennis ball that's going to be just as effective, but it's got a little bit of a learning curve. So check this out. Alrighty, so the next thing we're talking about is your trapezius muscle. This is the one that's causing that question mark headache. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this tennis ball. We're going to try to get downward pressure directly into that muscle. So if I just went up against the wall, I kind of have to angle myself funny in order to get that pressure. So we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do something counterintuitive. What we're going to do is I'm going to put the muscle right here, or the tennis ball right here. I'm going to lean forward 90 degrees, and I'm going to dig right into that muscle. So come check this out. So I'm putting it right on the side of my neck. I'm pushing into the door frame, and I'm getting downward pressure right into that muscle. What you can even do is you can even stretch a little bit to the side while you're getting that pressure in there. So that's for your trapezius muscle. The one in the front, that's called your sternocleidomastoid muscle. The purpose of that muscle is to rotate your head. So if on this side it's being contracted, I'm going to turn my head to the opposite side. So you're going to do this kind of self-massage technique called pin and stretch. So what you want to do is you want to turn your head as far as you can. You're going to pinch the muscle. So what this is doing, this is shortening the muscle. You're going to pinch it, you're going to lengthen the muscle by rotating your head the opposite direction, and then you're going to let go. So I'm going to shorten, pinch, stretch, let go. And so I'm going to work my way all the way up the muscle, because we know it goes from my collarbone all the way to the back of my ear, that little bump called my mastoid process. I'm going to stretch it out just like this. If you feel something that's uncomfortable, you feel it causing headaches, you're actually in the right place. If it's, be gentle with it. I don't want you pushing in, and make sure that we're not doing more than one side at a time. The last component is to stay hydrated. So a lot of headaches are due to dehydration, especially if we're having coffee in the morning. Anytime that you're drinking coffee, it's a diuretic. You're actually going to excrete more water than you're taking in. But the second part of hydration is where you're holding the water. So you can have water inside your cells, or you can have water outside your cells. Have you ever heard of edema or swelling? That's water that's outside the cell. That's not necessarily doing, that's not increasing your focus, that's not increasing, your attentiveness or anything like that. So make sure that, even if you're drinking a lot of fluids, if it's in the form of coffee or tea, you're being dehydrated from that liquid. So make sure that you're replenishing it with a lot of water. So lastly, we're going to have an ergonomic tip. So, this is also a great tip if you're having any kind of shoulder or chest pain. Have a headrest on the back of wherever you're sitting. So if you have a headrest, you can make sure that your head is always touching that headrest. When you're in that position, everything's going to be straight and in alignment. Your muscles are going to be in their relaxed posture, because if you're leaning backwards, your neck isn't contracting in order to hold your head up. So give those a try. Those were 4 tips. We have the sternocleidomastoid, the trapezius muscle, the hydration, and your ergonomics. So give those a try. Hopefully they make your headaches go away. If they don't, please go consult a doctor. Go get examined. But just give that a try. Let me know how it goes, and we'll see you next time. Bye.